All right, so here's one. This is from Margot. Margot's in the mentorship.
What's up, Margot?
Margot just asked in the Q&A, she said, what's one thing you would tell your younger self?
You lead us off.
Man. So my thought immediately goes to the first thing I have to realize is if I'm talking about like 18-year-old me, it's going to be very difficult to get 18-year-old me to believe what I'm saying about anything, because 18-year-old me was super like, I know everything. That was just where I was when I was 18. So I'm thinking that, I don't know why this is the first thing that comes to mind, but it's going to be the first thing to say, and then I'll caveat it as well. But if I could really instill something in 18-year-old me, it would probably be more something along the lines of like, hey, stop taking things so seriously. Like I was overly just like, everything has to be serious. Everything has to be serious. And whether it was what someone said to me or what someone said about me or about my attitude towards whatever I was doing, about what I was trying to, it was just like, it's so serious. It's so serious. Everything is so serious. And like, for example, and this is actually going to go against what I'm saying right now, but I remember the only things that I read at that time were just fitness stuff. It was just fitness, all fitness, science, fitness, nutrition, strength training, powerlifting. And I don't regret that at all, by the way. I remember my mom being like, why don't you try reading something else? And I was like, I don't want to. Like, I really don't want to. I wasn't interested in anything else. So I wouldn't change that. Like, I wouldn't try and force myself to read something that I wasn't interested in. But it was more just my attitude and mentality around it. It was just like, it had to be serious. Like, everything was serious. I have to 100% right, 100% like, no matter what, it was serious, serious, serious. And now I'm just thinking about Heath Ledger, why he's so serious, you know? But I was so serious all the time. And I think it got in the way of my happiness and got in the way of enjoying certain things. And so, yeah, I would probably hopefully try to instill within younger me, like, hey, stop being so fucking serious. Like, relax, smile, take a breather. You're fucking 18, 20, 22, 24, chill. You're young. Like, just fucking relax. It's not a big deal. Just relax. That's probably what I'd say.
I like it.
What would you say?
I would tell, if we're going with 18-year-old self, I would tell my 18-year-old self to always trust your gut and intuition. Because the times that I have acted on my intuition, even and especially when it was at odds to societal norms or what advice other people were giving me, it ended up being way better for me. And every time I went against my intuition, even if I didn't know it in that month or that year, in the future, it ended up being much worse for me. And I can give a lot of I can give the positive examples very easily, right? Like quitting my accounting job when I talked to so many people about it and nobody thought it was a good idea. You just got a master's degree. You got your CPA license. You're at a big four firm. This is like you're doing so well. You're just getting your career started. But I just felt the weight of like these chains in my day-to-day life and felt like I would have such regret if I didn't quit and try something else. So that was an example of listen to intuition, good thing happened. I don't think I have examples of ignoring my intuition and a bad thing happening related to like this podcast, right? Like related to business or even my own personal fitness. I feel like I've been pretty, I'll never forget my mom being like, probably not concerned isn't the right word, but maybe just like a little, not even fed up. I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking, but she asked me very like sweetly, like, hey, when do you think this macros stuff is gonna, like, when do you think you're gonna stop talking about this macro stuff? And I was like, never, Mom. And
was this like, had you already started writing on the website and stuff?
I don't remember. It was definitely around that or just before. So somewhere in
were
that
you
just
saying
getting
like
started.
this was going to be a business of yours or something? And you're like,
no, I think I would just talk about it a lot. And like, she maybe thought I was maybe had slight concern, or like, I don't know exactly. And it could have just been me taking it the wrong way, right? Like taking it seriously. And maybe it was just more out of curiosity on her side. Like, hey, you're really into this like new thing. But